Deuteronomy 34, this is the death of Moses. And you see here God's amazing pity for his servant. Now, Moses had sinned in speaking inadvisably with his lips, and God had said, "You shall die, and you shall not enter Canaan." And yet, despite that, just look at God's pity and tenderness towards him. He goes up to the top of Mount Nebo and he sees the land, the promised land, but he can't go in there. And we're then told that he dies there by the word or by the kiss, same word in Hebrew, by the kiss of Yahweh. And then he buried him in the valley. But nobody knows of his tomb to this day. Isaiah 63, talking about this, says that the Spirit, and God makes his angels spirits, the Spirit, the angel, caused Moses to rest, as a man leads his animal to water in the valley, alluding to how Moses was buried in the valley. You see that tenderness. The angel takes him up into the mountain of Nebo, shows him the land, and then he dies by the kiss of the angel. It's like a kind of inverted kiss of life, takes the breath out of Moses and carries him down and buries him in the valley. As Isaiah says, the Spirit of the Lord, the angel, caused him to rest as a man leads an animal to water in a valley. And you see there God's pity, and you see there God's tenderness to man in his last end. We fear God because we are sinners, and so it is. But in the end, God's pity and his tenderness for his people. Even here, when Moses is having to die because he has sinned and he can't enter the land. Okay, but all the same, even to him at this point, that tenderness and that pity, in his love and in his mercy, God carried his people all the days of old, and he carries the body of Moses and buries him and makes a tomb over him and stands there in respect for his man. And no man knows that. That's why it says that no man knows that tomb to this day. No man can enter into that relationship between God and his beloved in our time of dying. Don't fear God. God loves you. And God will be your guide even unto death. And here was Moses in his sin, in his weakness, having to die. But God loved him, and God was tender and pitiful. And that is how he will be to you and me.